So the topic is spiritual lessons of the Gita. Basically, I'm going to take from what Dadanita Shuddhananda told in the Dharma Shastra and what Didyananda Rama told this morning also in the Dharma Shastra. This will be like continuing from what they presented. So you can already test your interactive devices there. The question is, how familiar are you with the Bhagavad Gita? Now we are on the question, so you can answer. Okay, I will take it as you are somewhat familiar, but not and some of you are very familiar. But there is nobody who said they don't know anything about it. So, plus, during the retreat, we have been hearing about this topic. All the Dharma Shastras and readings have been about it. So here goes a summary. So the Mahabharata. The Mahabharata was a war, like we heard that everything was orchestrated by Krishna, and it was this war between, one side there were the 5 brothers, Pandavas, and the other side there were the Kauravas, which were 100. Now the interesting thing for me when I first heard about this was how the same thing happening outside is also happening inside us. So like the 5 Pandavas were representing the 5 chakras, and the 100 Kauravas, the 100 propensities, and that was the external fight. And at the same time, the same thing was happening inside us. We have 5 chakras, and by controlling these 5 chakras, we are controlling all the propensities. So that was really very interesting that the world outside and the world within us are interconnected or can be one and the same. So the inner meaning of the Mahabharata is this: 5 chakras trying to control 100 vrittis. And the outer war is the 5 brothers fighting the 100 cousins.
But the Agya chakra, that's 6.
He's
up there.
Then there is Krishna. Krishna is up there. Then the king was blind. So that represents the blind mind. Dhritarashtra, the king, the blind king. And the blind king was asking Sanjay, who was his assistant. Basically, that assistance was the conscience, Vivek. So we have the whole external scene and the whole internal scene is going on in parallel. So there is a symbolism of all the characters. Each Pandava, each of the 5 brothers was one of the chakras. The Kauravas were representing the propensities. One of the Pandavas, the elder one, was called Yudhishthira, and he represented the 5th chakra. It keeps balance. If somebody has control over the 5th chakra, they will always maintain a balanced state of mind. The other, the Kaurava, the main Kaurava was called Duryodhana. And Duryodhana, what's the meaning of Duryodhana? Dur means difficult. Yud means fight against. So Duryodhana, difficult to fight against. So it's the propensity that is the strongest propensity in us that we are trying to fight against, but it's always coming back, and we are fighting it and it's coming back, and that's the Duryodhana. So the question to you is, who is your Duryodhana? Who is your which one is your propensity that is difficult to fight against? And feel free with your answers, because anonymous, I will not know who is answering what. So which propensity you feel is the one that is most difficult for you? Like shyness or worry or fear or what? So we need, okay. This will be a word cloud, so it means if more people choose the same one, it becomes bigger in the screen. More people participate, the better. If you don't have the code, just read the number on the top there. Go to the website menti.com and enter the code. You'll be able to connect. Menti.com. Okay, so we have lots of movement there. Distraction and anger and inertia are winning.
Discipline is the problem or lack of discipline?
You look so angry.
Because it's the more people chose it, it becomes bigger.
No, but I mean, it's written.
Yellow on the screen.
It's not like all the others.
All right, you had enough time? So it seems anger is the biggest problem. Then distractions, inertia, because there are a lot of procrastination, lethargy is also here, so that adds to the inertia thing.
Doubt and self-doubt.
Doubt, yeah.
Self-doubt.
Injustice to others. Okay, now the new thing is that we are not in the Mahabharata anymore. That was 3,500 years ago. We are, according to the readings and the talks that we have been listening, we are in the Mahavishwa. Bharata was like the great Mahabharata, like the great India, so that part of the world. Like Mahavishwa, Vishwa is the universe. So now it's, if we follow the word, it's not even only our planet, it's the whole universe, Mahavishwa, the great universe. So the Mahabharata led to a united India and the victory of Dharma. The war was between the forces of Dharma and the forces of Adharma. So they were fighting each other. In the end, Dharma won. So the Pandavas were on the side of Dharma, they won. Sri Ananda Murti asks us to co-create the Mahavishwa. So now we are in the Mahavishwa. We are the characters in the Mahavishwa. A question to you. What do you think Mahavishwa means for our world today? To think a little bit. What do you think Mahavishwa means for our world today? Mahavishwa is the great universe. Okay, so some replies are coming. Okay, let me read some of them, okay? What do you think Mahavishwa means for our world today? Here are your replies. United humanity, world government and world militia, universe, world government working together, establishing proud, all the nations together along with the planets, world unity, world government, expand awareness beyond the planet, understand the fight as universal. We need to take this first step and unite Ananda Marga, then unite the world. One unified world with no country, barrier, no religion, no caste, no creed, just one human society. A mystery. We need to establish proud in the world. Social environment and economic justice, spiritual development.
Thank you.
Oh, too far.
Good.
There we go.
Social environment and economic justice, spiritual development, life for all beings, new humanism, create a global family, universal oneness. There is a common thread To recognize everybody as the progeny of the supreme progenitor, including aliens. Establishing of a new humanistic outlook and world government, collective ideology, unity through diversity, seeing the one in all so that we become a more compassionate world universe. World unit, we have to learn to live together as one family all over the world. World economy for all, unity through diversity. One human society, universal, rational spirituality, universal human, love for all created beings. I think our mind is a little bit the same, you know? That's all our Ananda Marga training makes us think in a very similar way. So now, think that we are living through the Mahavishwa. If we make an analogy, imagine the Mahabharata is going on, no? And we are in the middle. Now the Mahavishwa is going on, and we are in the middle, and we are the characters there in the fight. And in the Mahabharata, Krishna was there still in his physical body, physical form, but Sri Anandamurti left us here and say, okay, you do it, you know. So now we are in this Mahavishwa. There is an inner war and there is the outer war. In the Mahabharata, we understood, okay, the inner war was the 5 chakras fighting the 100 propensities. The outer war was the 5 Pandavas fighting the Kauravas. Now, let's change. We are coming to Mahavishwa. So what is happening? Are the symbols repeating? Is today's world a mirror of an inner conflict?
I love this, Donna.
So what events in the world today reflect the war of the Mahavishwa, in your opinion? If you go back in Krishna's time, it is, the war is going on, no arrows and everything. And in the chakras, propensities, now we come here, what's happening around us and what's happening within us.
You know, Bob talks about the clash between the principle of social equality and the principle of self.
Okay, right there.
And so we're experiencing that in the time of the Pandavas and the Mahabharata, and the same thing today. Greed, ignorance, all those vrittis are predominating and causing great harm to all of our, fighting against our higher instincts, and that principle of social equality is what can help us fight against that.
If you type, everybody's getting it. Plus, we can share it.
Screen is full.
Okay, so what events in the world today reflect the war of the Mahavishwa? Resource wars, persecution of immigrants, greed, dogmatic thinking versus universalist outlook, meanness versus love, the intensity, polarity of the world, communism, capitalism, economic war, political games going on, wars based in religious and ethnic nationalist sentiments, imperialism, propensity of hopelessness against the odds, domination of class, gender, male, humans over other beings, etc. War for land, greed, once again, dharma versus adharma, Eva. War movement, mass migrations, which will become far more intense as climate change accelerates. Brothers against brothers. Ego center versus spiritual, battles between religions, struggle over how to utilize AI, they struggle to reduce inequality. Power, corruption, dharma against exploitation. Material exploitation, narrowness, and dogma. Imbalance between physical, mental, and spiritual. Politicians, faster hatred for other groups. We also internally have to work on an universal outlook. Turmoil inside nations, fanaticism, dictatorship, inner battles against forces that disperses our attention, reflects fragmentation of societies. I'm going to talk about the power of stories. And this I heard from one contemporary author. He became quite famous. His name is Yuval Harari. He wrote that book Sapiens and Homo Deus, bestsellers. And I found he gave an interesting idea that humans are storytelling beings. We believed in stories like communism, fascism, liberalism. He gave another example like money. Money is a story that we invented. We invented that this piece of paper has a certain value and everybody believes it, so it has value. If people stop believing, then it has no value, it is just a piece of paper. But because we all believe that it has value, then it has value. So that's his example of stories. And we human beings invent stories, and the more people believe in those stories, the more powerful that story is. He gave this example that in the political, administrative field, there were 3 stories: fascism, communism, liberalism. First, fascism became outdated after the war, then communism in the 80s, and then remained only one story. So from 3 stories became 2, then 1. Liberalism became the dominating story, and that would have been the ideal situation, but that story didn't deliver. They promised that everybody will have wealth, everybody will live well, but only a small elite could get the benefits. So people stopped believing in liberalism. So it became 3, 2, 1, 0. 0 stories, he said, is a very, very dangerous time, and people will try to recycle old stories, like fascism, and so they are trying to bring back the old stories that people already kind of forgot most of it, and trying to promote it. But the idea here is that Sri Anandamurti offers us a new story. We have the new story. Now we have to believe in our new story and make others believe in our new story. So this story will gain power, traction. Now we go back to the Giita. The first shloka of the Giita, and this is paraphrased by Baba. It's not exactly. So he said, the blind mind, Dhritarashtra, asking Sanjay, which is the wisdom, the vivek, the conscience. So the blind mind is asking the conscience these questions. O Sanjay, tell me, Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra means in the field of Dharma. That's the Dharma Kshetra. And in Kurukshetra, which is the field of the universe, for war gathered my people. The 100 propensities are the my people of the blind mind. So my party and the Pandava party, the 5 brothers. What are they doing? You tell me, I will listen. So that's the opening shloka of the Gita. And I took this from the discourses, spiritual lessons of the Gita. There are 3 discourses, so the 3rd one. Now, why I'm presenting this? Because now we are going to work together to build the new story. We will divide into groups, and you are going to discuss what are the characters of this story, of the present story. Like in the Mahabharata, we have the blind mind, the conscience, Sanjay, Dhritarashtra, then we have the Pandavas, the Kauravas. So what are the characters of this new story of the Mahabhishma? And what is the conflict? There, the conflict was that the Kauravas took all the land and left nothing for the Pandavas. So that was the conflict. So what is the conflict now? What is the climax? What is the Dharma we are being called for? Where are our participation? So each group can choose one representative to report the insights of the group. It's your drama. You look at who are the characters, who are the heroes, or if there is no hero, all are heroes.
So but the very topic is Mahavishwa.
Mahavishwa.
But can we negative spin characters?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
In the Mahabharata, there were.
Okay.
If there is no villain, there is no drama. You have 15 minutes from now. You will continue in the group, and that's the question.
What is it?
If Mahavishwa is the new story, what is the opening line? You know, I talked about the opening line of the Gita, so that I go back to that one. The opening line of the Gita is paraphrased by Baba. The blind mind is asking Sanjay, the wisdom, the Viveka, this question. On the field of Dharma, on the field of the universe, for war, gathered my people, my party, and the Pandava party. What are they doing? You tell me, I will listen. That's the opening line of the Gita. So in your case, what is the opening line of the Mahavishwa? So that's what you can work in the group and come up with an opening line that presents the characters and what is going to happen and what they are preparing for. Okay, 5 minutes to start with. We are writing the Mahavishwa, you know.
His language is very.
Can each group read their opening line now? Okay? Everybody's ready? We start from number 1 here.
How did we finally make it to oneness? A memoir of Shadvipas. How did we finally make it to oneness? Mahavishwa, a memoir of Shadvipas.
You know, we didn't finish ours, but we started with just sort of a clarion call and getting people to think about where they are and said, how do we go from here? How do we persevere? And how do we, okay, my typing is horrible. And it doesn't keep it here. And how do we do what's right for, it's gone.
Is it down?
Is it further down?
Can you scroll down a little bit?
How do we do what's right for our future? I love AI self-correct. But from there we would go then with the answers from Ananda Marga.
The scene is tense. The world sits on the brink of catastrophe. After a fine breakfast, 6 intrepid spiritual aspirants, kicking back in Ananda Viplava, lay out their plan for Satvipra domination.
Number 4.
We are at a crisis point on the planet, and we are called to create a new world and join the revolution.
Now that all power and wealth has been concentrated in the clutches of a few human demons, how will the masses, who have recognized Purusha as the center of the universe and themselves, begin the fight for unity and one blissful family?
Well, ours has the virtue of being shorter. Satvipras gave the clarion call, spreading optimism.
Online group, can you read for the online group?
Our online group did not write the first sentence of the Mahavishwa, but had many beautiful comments.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, I can do it. Let's hear it.
In the world of chaos and insecurity,
In the world of chaos and insecurity,
how can we keep faith in ourselves and the goal?
how can we keep faith in ourselves and the goal?
Nice. Nice, guys.
You can see the other things people wrote there. There were various contributions. Okay, there is. I will read them here. The first one was, once upon a time India had fallen in darkness and has been colonized by materialistic force. Anyway, in the world of chaos and insecurity. Okay, that was one of you, no? Yes, that was what she said. Tell me, O cosmic muses, did humanity come together or did they destroy themselves?
I vote for that one.
Who is winning? Shall we let them get away with it? You must learn about Prout and work collectively to establish its principles. Now that all power... Okay, that was that one. How do we go from here? How do we preserve? How do we write our new future?
Let's persevere.
How do we persevere? How do we write our new future? Ye who drink of the people, you consumers of souls, beware the seekers of light and their thirst to know. The time has come here at the threshold's door. Vanquished will be the inequity our fathers call. We are at a crisis point on the planet and we are all called to create a new world, join the revolution. Okay. That's from Baba. The guiding factor behind the creation of the Mahabharata was Dharma, the creation of a great human society in which there would be peace, happiness, fraternity, and no poverty. And that's what Dadanita Shuddhananda presented yesterday. Mahavishwa, the guiding principle behind it will be that all human beings are the progeny of the supreme progenitor. Hence, all are his children. Hence, all should live together. Nay, will have to live together. Black or white, literate or illiterate, small or tall, all are the children of the same Father. Hence, all will have to live together. And this is from a discourse about the Mahavishwa. There is one of the discourse in the Baba's book. And so, how did this presentation impact you? You can answer there. You have 6 choices. I feel more inspired, helped me to see the Gita in a new way, made me reflect on the world differently, gave me a sense of purpose, of clarity. Interesting, but I'm still processing. And it didn't resonate with me. So give your answers there. So if we had more time, we could come up with only one opening line.
We could write the whole book.
But as now is the end of my time, 11:15. Any comments?
And I heard that when Baba gave the discourses on the Mahabharata, people were amazed. It's like as if people in the West, I'm making popping sounds. It's as if people in the West would be hearing the stories of Jesus or something like that. It was amazing for people to hear about what happened in Krishna's time. So Discourses on Mahabharata is a very good book. And Discourses on Krishna and Gita is like all these things which Dada has spoke about come from. So those are really 2 very important books if you want to go into that subject deeply. That's my opinion.
Anybody has a comment can take the mic and comment. And I have another follow-up question. What one word describes how you are feeling after this presentation? Let's create a word cloud for the closing. After this discussion amongst yourselves about the Mahavishwa, creating the whole Mahavishwa, we have to have a follow-up to know how we finish writing the Mahavishwa. We are trying to write just the first shloka. Inspired seems to be the... Okay, so we just need a closing kirtan now. Devashish, anybody for a closing kirtan? So the two top words are inspired and hopeful.
Good. That's very good.
Yeah.
Inspiring.
Then we have intellectually stimulated, optimistic. Write a new story. That's the thing. We have to tell the new story, and then more people believe in the new story, more power the new story will get. Okay. Kirtan. My favorite is this one. The scene is tense. The world sits on the brink of catastrophe. After a fine breakfast, 6 intrepid spiritual aspirants kicking back in Ananda Viplava lay out the plan for a brighter future. Namaskar.